Hey everyone. Recently, I did a video on institutional betrayal, and you can catch it here on the channel. But it feels like this is really at the surface for so many nurses right now as we watch this trial and the verdict and the sentencing unfold in the case against Radonda Vaught. It sends chills up my spine to know that this nurse, who is unlike any of us in doing her job under the extreme pressure, the heavy, high expectations, working understaffed, under-resourced, and in the process of training another nurse and helping her colleague out, she made a mistake. She made a mistake and she's being made a disgusting example of. It sends chills up my spine to know that the state's board of nursing is who chose to pursue criminal charges against this nurse, even after she'd already been punished for her mistake by losing her job, her license, and paying fines for her mistake. It's human to make mistakes. And she's being punished in this way and made an example of in this way. And my heart begs the question, why? Why are they making an example of her in this way? Why would the Board of Nursing elect to take this action against her? Why? Is this a part of the dismantling of our healthcare systems that we are witnessing? Is creating more distrust and fear a way of taking more of our personal power away? Or is this a way for us to open our eyes to taking back our power? I want to know what you think. Drop it in the comments. As a nurse, I made enough mistakes to notice right now the real triggers happening inside of me as I acknowledge the potential liability that I knowingly held, but also felt a sense of safety in believing that I would be protected. That insulation that I thought was real, did it make me less careful? Did it make Redonda less careful? Does it make you less careful? When we feel safe and secure, our defenses are lowered. Was this sense of safety even ever actually real? If I would have made a grave mistake in my career, would anyone have stood up and protected me? And given what we have witnessed unfold in the last year, I'm left with a resounding no. No one would have protected me. I feel extremely fortunate that I never made a grave mistake, but I came close. I came close, and it's very real in my mind. I had a patient arrest after a medication I gave. We successfully resuscitated that patient, but it was close. How many of you have been in the same boat, have had the same thing happen? How close have you come to being in the same position as Redonda? I have, in the position that I am in now as a coach for nurses, I have heard story after story of nurses who come to me to share about how they have been treated, how they have been betrayed, railroaded, dismissed, and thrown under the bus, how they've been treated like they're nothing, like they just don't matter, just to quiet them, to push them away, tuck them under the rug. So again, I land on why. I believe everything happens for us in our lives for a reason. I believe that there is a lesson, that constantly our lives are evolving in a way to allow us to see some aspect of us that is asking for attention, that is asking for change. So, what is being revealed? What's being revealed for you? Is this another major wake up call for us? A wake up call that we need to take back power in our lives, that we need to take a close look at the systems that we have trusted that are coming apart with truths being revealed that show us that they are only there to protect themselves. If that's the case, then how do we move forward? How do you move forward and create safety for yourself with this broken and shattered trust? It's not an easy answer, not at all. The answers also are where you'll find your resistance, because the answers that come is standing up and saying no to all the unsafe working environments. It means risking losing your job to stand up for what you need, for what you believe. Speaking up even when we've been taught and it is reinforced over and over that no one's listening, that no one cares. Changing our language around this is really important to instead infuse hope into our voices for change, demanding that those who claim they're here to keep us safe and to insulate and protect us, and those that are manipulating the language to protect the system instead, that they be held accountable. We have to be willing to say no and to set boundaries and protect ourselves and our license. There already was a substantial amount of fear in this profession, a fear of stigma, a fear of bullying, abuse from our patients and other staff, discrimination, fear of retribution, repercussions, discipline, as well as a fear of losing our license. And now that fear has been amplified. But fear is not going to help us here. Fear is not a spark that will light us up to demand change. Fear is the cancer in our healthcare systems, and it needs to be removed. And this is up to us. It's up to us by doing our own internal work, by learning to love and respect ourselves unapologetically. We can also learn to stand for ourselves and for our colleagues and to demand that we be provided safe spaces to work and to provide nursing care and nothing less than that. We deserve to work in safe environments. We deserve to feel safe. These organizations should be standing for us, not against us, but they're not. So it's up to us, each and every one of us, to wake up and to dig in.